Hey, it's Ben Alfrey, your virtual CTO. Welcome to the CTO Guy Buzzword series. We're talking about Vue today. We've gone over HTML, we've gone over Haml, we've gone over CSS, we've gone over Sass, we've gone over JavaScript, we've gone over Bootstrap, and we have a working version of a little tiny application here where we can switch back and forth between three panels. Well, Vue is another front-end framework. It's designed to make this kind of stuff really easy, and I'd like to show you how it's done in Vue. So the first thing I need to do is go to JavaScript and get rid of jQuery. And instead replace it with Vue.js. And as soon as we do that, all of the jQuery is going to break. So we don't need any of this. We still need our CSS, except in this case, I'm gonna take a moment just to clean it up a little bit. These A, B, and C's, we only really want these styles to apply in the context of a panel. So, if we applied those styles A, B, or C outside of, being in a panel here, we wouldn't want it to have that same effect. So I'm going to nest everything like this, and watch what that does in terms of just very quickly here, creating the style sheet that we want. Here's all of the styling. Hold on here. Okay, created some nice styling for us. Now let's go back and clean up all this stuff. We don't need any of these indicators for our Vue setup either. We will just go back to the raw panel ABC stuff. All right, so here we are. We have some buttons, and you know what? We don't even need this button here. Let's get totally semantic here. We'll change this to instructions. Okay, and now we'll make some instructions. We'll say that that's font size 14px. What else do we want to do with that? Maybe padding. Add some padding in there. Oh, maybe we want it like 25px. Maybe we want font weight bold. Okay, great. So we can do it that way, or the other way we can do it is as follows. Get rid of that, use the built-in Bootstrap stuff, and just call it H1. And there we go. So now you see our HTML is totally semantic here. We don't have any tag names in there at all. It's all, if you look at the source now, it's all built on divs. And this is what high quality code looks like, by the way. This is why I want to show you this, and this is why I'm taking the time to dig into the guts of this stuff, because this is what high quality code looks like, and if this is not what you're seeing out of your developers, then there's an immediate problem to solve. Now we're back to square one. We have no panel A, no panel B, no panel C, but that is going to change pretty soon. Let app equal Vue, and we're going to say that the element we want is called body. And whoops, we forgot some parentheses there. Always carry your parentheses, as my programming teacher used to say. That's it, and now we're going to put some Vue directives in here. We're going to say to only show this panel if index equals 1, okay? And to show this panel, we'll just leave it this way for now. If index equals 2 and if index equals 3. And then up here, we want to, when the user clicks on it, we want to say index equals 1. All right, so let's do that. And if we're lucky, this should work. Okay, I had to make a couple little tweaks there. I had to add an app container around the whole thing. Or the other way we can do it is we can just label the container as called app, and that will work equivalently well. So yeah, panel B, panel C, panel A, just like that. This is how you do it in Vue. This is pretty nice. Maybe we can do even better though. We're storing content in these panels that would likely be coming from a database in a real application, so let's define this a little better here. We'll define panels. We'll have the first panel, let's call it A, and we will say, how do we want to do this? Let's just give it a description, panel A, and we'll give B, panel B, and we'll give C, panel C. Okay. Now let's just remove all of this and boil it down to just a single panel. And on the click here, we will say, instead of index, we will say show A, like that. And then on this click, we're going to have show B, and this one will be show C. Now let's make our show method in here. Show is a function, and it takes a panel name, like that. And here's what we do. Active panel starts out as null. Okay. And we say active panel equals panel name. Okay. We can actually just say active panel is A to begin with. And then here we go like this. We want to say the class it has is as follows. And then for the content, we want to go panels, active panel. How about that? Panel A, let's click on panel B and panel C and see how they do. And there we go, look at that. So we've got a Vue application working. It's doing quite a bit more than jQuery did. It's doing it in a different way than jQuery did. And yeah, what else do we want to say? I mean, this is beautiful work here. This is what your application should look like. Something similar to this, right? It should have the HAML, it should have the CSS, it should have the jQuery or Vue or some other kind of front-end framework like that, so that we can have nice, dynamic, reactive interfaces. All right, well, that's all for Vue.